Namaste, Sun in Aquarius. Those born during the year of the dog, Moon in Capricorn, Libra rising, okay, Libra rising as well. For you, the 7th month, I'm seeing there is a, the beginning of a new Saturn cycle for you. Okay, and whatever manifests or happens in this cycle, it is justice, karmic justice, because the 7th house, it deals with justice, okay, exposure, balance, what is fair and just, and that is the frequency of Capricorn is in that house, and Capricorn rules karmas, Saturn cycles, life lessons. So it's with you having Aries in your 7th house, you are on the verge, the beginning of a new Saturn cycle, and this is your justice. Whatever comes what may, it is justice. As according to the divine, the Most High God, the universe, it is justice. What people must understand is when we say, a spiritualist, and when we say we're spiritualists, we acknowledge that we are spiritual beings. I feel this, needs to be said for you guys specifically, for whatever reason, Spirit sees it so fit. When we say we are spiritualists, at least me, okay, true spiritualists, let me just say that, who understands what it means to be a spiritualist, because a lot of spiritual fights, psychic attacks that have been sent my way are either from people from the quote-unquote Sila, green lizard camouflage, like the cherry tree, people who are claim they're Christians. Unbeknownst to them, they don't understand what it is to be a Christian. And people who are so-called spiritualists themselves. And let me tell you what it means to be a spiritualist. It's being subconsciously conscious, meaning you are conscious of the subconscious, and you're subconscious, therefore you're subconsciously conscious, okay, because you're conscious of that which is not physical, obvious, in plain sight. Also, it means that someone doesn't want me to speak. I always get this, from low vibrational energy people, and that's why Spirit has led me to say this, because I feel like some of you are critics. You are skeptics, in the worst way, the way in which that you are critiques. You judge and you criticize, and if this is not you, there are many messages in this reading, in this segment, so just listen out for yours. Just don't take offense if this isn't you. The ones who are who I'm describing, they know themselves. To be a spiritualist is to recognize, acknowledge, and to accept that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You're not a human having a spiritual experience, okay? So a lot of people, they say, yeah, spiritual being having a human experience, but they have not accepted this. They know this, but they have not accepted it. And so they live a facade of a lifestyle in which replicates one who's seemingly spiritual, but they're not. Acknowledging the power of God, but denying the power thereof. Let me not say acknowledge. Putting on a form of godliness, a form of spirituality, but denying His power. Just like those who claim to be Christians, but they don't understand what it means to be a Christian. To be a Christian is to be a spiritualist, and vice versa. Because as I was going to say, the universe is God. God is the universe. The power is the universe, and God is the power. Now you get what I'm trying to say? E is the beginning and the end. E is the power source of all life form. We see him, a lot of us, as spiritualists, people who are really spiritually enlightened, who's got our third eye open. We see, you know, in, you know, like a form of slightly, you know, sub-physical representation in the form of piranhas. And I'm getting a download here in terms of, you know, a scripture in the Bible, where in which, you know, a man of God saw a configuration. It was piranhas that, you know, created a, you know, a form. And, you know, these are like light orbs that, you know, those who are spiritually enlightened can, you know, see, you know, with our physical eyes. They are not tangible. They're not obvious to others around us, but we can see them. It's, you know, that ascension, that enlightenment that, you know, affects and, you know, transcends the physical eyes, these two physical eyes. You know, it forms a triangle. They form a triangle, okay? Trigonometry, with our third eye. And, you know, that is when mind, soul, body, and spirit are in sync, harmonized, synchronized. Okay? So that triangle that y'all, you know, refer to as demonic or devilish. No, you are demonic and devilish because you hate knowledge. You hate the understanding of the knowledge, which is wisdom. And that's why everything y'all criticize and say is demonic. But it is you who hate knowledge. People who hate knowledge are demonic because they like arrogance, and God is not with that. They like ignorance and arrogance, and they like to keep people in such states. Being an illuminate, a part of the Illuminati, that's the 144,000 saints in Christ, elders, those of us who have not given over unto the 7 wicked spirits, the 7 deadly sins. You feel me? Okay. So it is those of us who have given ourselves over, in other words, to knowledge and the understanding of knowledge, esoteric knowledge, hidden knowledge that is not, you know, available or, you know, open or in plain sight for the common man or woman or child. So we have the wisdom to understand such knowledge. And therefore we can dispense to those of you, and we can, you know, and we can help Sila, we can help others. Okay? So I feel like I needed to say that to, you know, someone or a group of you in this, you know, frequency of energy, frequency of energies. I remember, you know, when I saw, you know, people, you know, there was this post. Check out my Fenikusu Joso Instagram. I'm following that Instagram. Following me, Sila, where in which you will see, there's this post that I posted, you know, where in which, you know, an account posted that, you know, posted some signs in which, you know, to know that you are ascending or you're spiritually enlightened or something like that. And I was going through it, and I saw one of the symptoms, you know, something about piranhas. I didn't know what piranhas were. You know, I know what they are, but I didn't know that they were called a name. I didn't know there was a name for them, and I didn't know they were called piranhas, because pretty much I've been seeing these white orbs, these, you know, luminous, like fluorescent, like speckle white orbs ever since I was a child. And, you know, I was like, wow. So does that mean that I've always been enlightened? I've always had my third eye open. I was always, you know, spirit subconsciously conscious. And yes, because remembering myself, I always was very introspective. I always reasoned with my inner man, my inner woman, to be more technical, more logical. And I know I was just always so, I always weighed my decisions. I was just always so cerebral, so conscious of whatever I do. Everything, even the things that I was, that were subconscious, were seemingly conscious, and I was like, I just, I just, watch my steps. I've been watching my steps, ever since I was a youth, a child. And I've said this in, some of my videos on my, Funny Kusujoso Instagram that, I remember. And probably also my older Instagram, Sky Goddess in Infinity, Sky with two Y's, that just like this, but it doesn't have on the ink. Or in which, I'm not sure if I did discuss, my upbringing. I'm not sure. In which, I would, discuss, how I was as a child. But specifically on my Funny Kusujoso Instagram, where I spoke about, just, always, being the hermitess child, staying to myself, all the children from all the schools I attended, and, from all my classes, they know me as the quiet child, the quiet kid, the shy girl, the quiet girl, and all of that. And it's not because I have no confidence, or I can't speak, but it's just, I just never resonated with the children of my time. So I feel like, they were, too immature, and, a lot of them very cruel and sadistic. It's like, it was fun to see each other get hurt, and that made them laugh. And, that was something that I never, got a raise out of, or, I was never, excited about, anything like that. Seeing people, suffer or hurt, or getting a rise, or, being entertained by people, people suffering. That's some sadistic and cruel, mentality. So, whatever, reason, Spirit has led me to reveal that to you, you think within yourself. So, Sun and Aquarius. The Sun is in detriment. In a detriment frequency with, your frequency there. Therefore, you love to hide things. Leos, Sun and Leos, they are very open and expressive. You are more cold and detached, and you are more, some people would, say curmudgeon. Okay? And so, with that moon in Capricorn, Capricorn is that devil frequency. Toxicity. You hide them traits that you possess. And it's so funny that, going through, this, channeling these messages for you now, your arrangement of frequencies, Aquarius Sun, Capricorn Moon, Libra rising. It's like I'm gaining more insights to, why, certain people I came across are a certain way, why y'all a certain way, right? Those who have got their third house in, Sagittarius, or Mercury in Sagittarius, and or, this is also for you, and, I'm gonna list the rest of the frequencies below. But, for you, you got a spiritual way of thinking, but it's not necessarily that you are spiritual. That's what I'm getting, you think of yourself, that's how you pretty much, think of yourself as someone who is spiritual. You think of yourself that way. But, the way you communicate, and you try to, as a result of thinking like that, you communicate like, someone who is wise, but not necessarily, because, your public image, that's, pretty much how the public sees you. Your first house is in your public persona, Libra, and, Libra is in your first house. okay, so, So it's a bit, let me see if I'm at the right place. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I am at the right place. Cause like that is like so odd. Like I'm trying to think if I saw that with the other frequencies, like that. Let me see. Let me see if I saw that, repetition with the other frequencies, because that's like so weird. Uh, oh my God! So pretty much this is the first, arrangement of, energies, for you, for, any of the readings that I've done thus far in this, collective, where in which, there is a, reflecting mirror reflect. And so, therefore, I can definitely advise people like you. You have some energies here that are not so favorable, and it's not good for you to project negatively on people, because what I'm seeing here, it will always, reflect back, or project back, at you. So, yeah, we know that frequencies and energies, waves, currents, and flow, are like a boomerang. They, ricochet back on the senders. But particularly for you of this frequency, particularly, and this is because the sun is, like I said, the sun is, detriment in your frequency. Um, and then you've got the moon in Capricorn, and we know. So we've got, you see what we have here, a mirror. There's a lot of mirroring, in this particular, agreement of frequency, and it is pretty much because the sun is in detriment in your frequency. You're Leo's opposite, and so every house, is in its opposite frequency. So there is, there's a lot of imbalance here, in other words. It's not, yeah, because it's not because, the sun is in its opposite wavelength, meaning it's in a good place. Okay? These are the most detrimental and, imbalanced placement. And I don't say that to, make you feel bad, because I know that you must have other aspects, that, okay, you may be a sun in Aquarius, but you don't necessarily got to be a moon in Capricorn, or a, Mercury in Sagittarius, so, that's what I'm simply saying. But, the whole arrangement here, but like I've been saying to the other frequencies, even if you don't have, moon in Capricorn, there's that timeline in which you do, because of the arrangement of frequencies. So even if you don't have, all these houses in order, you gotta still be careful, especially you where karma is concerned, because, you still pull on, these frequencies as if, because there is still the probability, those, parallel universes, as though you have them, all of these, aspects and frequencies. I've said this to other, frequencies, but, every house is in its detriment, basically, because the moon is in detriment in Capricorn, its opposite frequency. Mercury, Taurus, in Scorpio, that's the second house, and, the first house, in Libra, right? We've got, I'm writing a book in regards to, these frequencies, and, in terms of imbalance and all of that. I'm gonna put it out there so y'all know, that I did say it, okay? It's a scientific, psychological, astrological, discovery that I came upon, and I, made claim of it on my other Instagram, Friend Inclusive Joseph. It's, about imbalance and all of that. And, the first house is masculine. Earth, air and fire frequencies are masculine, and therefore there's a, an imbalance there when, there are two masculine, frequencies. It's got to be yin and yang to create the balance, because if you know anything about universal law, twos, though, in the matrix, mathematically, is said to be an even number. It's not so in the wider in the spiritual realm. Let me just say that astral plane. 2's actually chaos and imbalance. 3 is balance. 1 is balance. All of them odd numbers, because oddity is balance in the spiritual realm. It speaks of authenticity. Okay? Because nothing is the same, and there's no such thing as the sameness or perfection or normal. That's what the matrix created. And so 2's are pretty much an imbalance. So to have 2 masculines is like an imbalance. It's okay within the matrix, but not in a spiritual realm. It's got to be yin and yang, not yin and yang or yang and yang. That creates spiritual imbalance, emotional imbalance, mental imbalance, and also physical imbalance. So people, with imbalanced placements are more prone to physical ailments, emotional ailments, mental ailments, and spiritual, dissonance, or delusions, or just being spiritually imbalanced. I just use that word dissonance loosely. I don't even know, I'm not even sure what it means, but I'm sure, pretty much most of what I say, especially when I'm channeling, is just, spirit just using me. So spirit knows what, each word means, So, so that you're truly channeling. Because I said that, oh, that was so right, but I didn't even know, but, hear that. So, you've got a lot of detrimental placements here. And I guess, it made sense that I started off. There's a lot of toxicity. I'm just telling you that in your frequency. Because, you think of yourself as spiritual, as like a guru or something like that. It's like very, far-fetched. Like you're getting beside yourself, for some of you. And, yet your 12th house, which, lose your beliefs and all that, is in your 6th house. Because, like I said, everything is mirrored. So, you believe strongly in what you think. Okay? And you think that you are a spiritualist. Okay? And a lot of you are not. Because you have a lot of, like I stated earlier, a lot of imbalance. Especially if you have more than one of these frequencies, aspects, I should say, like physically actually aspected, highly aspected in your natal chart. But even if not, you got to be careful with your thoughts, because you're still pulling on them probabilities. Okay, so you got to be really careful. Those with Mercury in Pisces, also, Aries in the 7th house, definite transformation in Taurus. Okay, there's just wow. Wow. You have even a lot of interfering frequencies. One of, playing devil's advocate, manipulating people's emotions, being a narcissist. Those are narcissistic people, manipulators. People who manipulate people's emotions. Okay, using their, their spouses. They're even using their mother, whether to do, cruel or, bad things, using their spouse to do bad things, using their, children also, family members to do bad things. This is just, And, your 11th house is, in your ego. Okay? A lot of you struggle with, self-love. Struggle with loving yourself. So a lot of you tend to hide from yourself. A lot of you tend to not want to see yourself, see how you really are, see your face. A lot of you think you're ugly. A lot of you, hate your children. A lot of you hate black people, melanated people. A lot of you, shun these people. A lot of you, tend to, try to, manipulate your children and to hide, especially the rebellious ones, those who you cannot control. Oh my God, this is just, some of you have a propensity of committing abortions. Mm. Manipulating pregnancies, using pregnancy for your own personal gain. That's not good. But with all these toxic traits and frequencies, you still think that you're a good person. Your feelings, you're not empathic. You don't feel for people. A lot of you. Let me say that. That's the messages that I'm getting that are being channeled right now. A lot of you don't feel for people. In that moon frequency, Capricorn, right before Aquarius is detached. And that's why you come off as pretty detached. Even if you're not a sun in Aquarius, if you're moon in Capricorn or Libra rising, you come off as very detached from people. And a lot of you I'm seeing are energy vampires. You pull people's energies and, you try to project them to pretend as though you can feel. But, you've got concrete in your mood frequency. That's like, that's not Taurus. That's not Virgo. That's though, the moon is detriment in any of the yang frequencies, because the moon itself is yang, feminine. I'm telling you, I'm not saying this for you to feel horrible, but you have to see yourself, because I'm seeing where you hide from yourself. You refuse to see yourself. You refuse to see yourself on a physical aspect for a lot of you, because you feel insecure. And for some of you, this is, from also from a spiritual standpoint, and it's gonna lead to a lot of you's demise. Let me just tell you that, because there's karmic justice. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, how you look, what your reputation, what facade of, a reputation you've built, what you have, possessions that you have. There is, justice that is no respecter of person. That's from the universe, the divine, the Godhead, the Most High God, the Great Spirit. And so let me get into your 7th month energies. So a new karmic cycle. And this ties into what's, going to happen to you. And this is one of sickness for some of you. For some of you, this is a psychosis, some mental, derangement. Let me just say that. Okay? This is a form of karma. The messages are what they are. Take what resonates with you. There are other readings, connect the dots, with them other placements that you've got, in regards to the other readings that I've uploaded. There are many messages here. A new karmic, cycle here is, new Saturn cycle rather is beginning. Money is going to be very small. Your wealth is going to dwindle. Whatever, wealth you've got. And there's also your reputation. So some of you people are going to see you as very small. Very, not even childish. Less than childish. Let me tell you, that's that Aries frequency. Some of you are going to become gravely ill. And you're going to become as though you are a baby. A state of vegetation, like, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about the form you consume, but a feeble state. I remember a particular frequency I did. I transmitted, I channeled their messages. I don't remember which one, about someone was going to have a stroke, And it doesn't matter what age you are. You could be in your 30s, you could be in your 20s, you can still have a stroke. So I feel like, and I think I made mention of that, because I feel like Spirit wanted me to say that, because someone thinks that they're too young to have a stroke, and Spirit is saying, no, no, no. Sickness is the flesh is prone to sickness, especially when you got certain frequencies. It's got nothing to do with your age. So I see where someone is going to have, a new Saturn cycle of sickness. For some of you, this is mental derangement. I'm not going to say mental illness, because all the frequencies in some way, shape, or form, whether it's OCD, like I said, PTSD, or, which, OCD and PTSD can be healed and treated without medication. I'm going to tell you that. All it takes is a mental death, a renewal of the mind, a changing of the mind. Rather, let me say that. A repentance of the repentance of the mind. Now, saying repentance doesn't mean that it's evil to be OCD, blah blah blah, but it creates a form of imbalance. And now, if we don't deal with little nuances, like, or being obsessed with being perfect, that's OCD, and or PTSD, not letting go of certain traumatic experiences, then it's just gonna the honest truth is can transmute and morph into something worse. And I had OCD, like I really had OCD, like really bad. It was so annoying, and I'm healed. I can definitely say I've healed of that, and I feel so free and at peace. And that's in my destiny, to feel free and detached and not be weighed down by the physical, being obsessive about things being a particular way physically, or even spiritually, or mentally. Acceptance is the only way to truly be free. And there are some people who are obsessed with the decisions that other people make for whatever reason. I don't know. I guess that's their frequencies, but you cannot play into the imbalance or the negative aspects of your aspects. You gotta balance them and find a middle ground. Okay? Between your shadow self and your higher self. Okay, so when you gotta be a mean bitch, you are a mean bitch. When it's justified. But when you need to be an angel, you gotta be that angel. Okay, so hurt no man, let no man hurt you. The Grey Witch. And go and follow that, subscribe to that YouTube channel as well as my Sky Goddess Infinity Inc. YouTube channel. I did some channel during the month of April. Go and pre them, connect them with this month's channeling, okay, because they're all connected. It's a continuation of karmic justice, okay. Because the readings are specifically about karmic justice, because the 4th house is in Libra, and now this we're the 7th house, which is ruled by 7th month, which is ruled by the 7th house, ruled by the 7th frequency Libra. Okay, so a new Saturn cycle is on the brinks for you. It's starting this month for a lot of you, for all of you, period. But for it varies for some of you. Some of you are going to become gravely ill, like I said. And this could be, of the mind. Mental derangement for some of you. And like I said, Spirit, specifically led me to say that, your mirrors, okay? Regardless of which of these aspects that you've got, if it's just one or more, you are a mirror, okay? And, the energies that you project at others, eventually they come back at you. And I see where I'm talking in terms of houses, in terms of your first and as well as your moon frequencies and sun frequencies, obviously. But you are a mirror, period. That's what I'm saying. So the energies that you project, they eventually come back at you, right? And however whatever you were projecting on others is going to come back on you. So for some of you, this is mental derangement. You try to make someone go crazy, mad. You're going to go crazy, you're going to go mad, and it's going to start this month. For some of you, you try to hinder someone from making cash. You try to affect someone's wealth and finances. That's going to ricochet on you. You're going to lose wealth. You're going to lose support. You're going to lose money. Okay, some of you, this could be losing your jobs. Some of you, this is wherever you've been getting support, you're not getting it anymore. Some of you, this could be a sudden death in your family, or a funeral, or a burial that you've got to pay for. That's gonna make you broke. Period. That. No health insurance, no health coverage, none of that. And it's it's gonna break you. It's gonna break your back. Now this could be if for some of you, the death of a husband or a wife. And for some of you, this could be a child who is not where you are now. This could be a child who's overseas. Maybe this child was supporting you. You're gonna lose that support. Maybe because they're gonna die. They're gonna fall ill. For some of you, this could be I'm getting like they're in a country that is Caucasian dominant. Okay, one of them countries. They're gonna die there. Okay, for some of you, and that's gonna be very expensive. Whether it's because they used to support you financially and that's gonna stop, or to get their body sent back home. It's gonna be very expensive. Even if you had money, it's gonna bleed you. All right. For some of you, this is a spouse falling gravely ill. All right. For some of you, this is your baby. Okay, becoming gravely ill. Okay. And it's gonna cost a lot. For some of you, I'm seeing, a condition of the skin, especially where your face is concerned. Something's gonna happen to your face, okay? But this is justice. You might have been, projecting negatively on someone's beauty, someone's, face. This could be also your body. For some of you, this is definitely your face. That's gonna become tarnished, or I see a lot of cysts and boils and ew, and nasty stuff on some of your faces. That's just gonna happen. For some of you, this is and I'm specifically getting Moon in Capricorn and Libra rising. I'm telling you straight. For some, there are other frequencies too, and you will know yourselves, okay? I'm going to put the placements below the video. For some of you, your bodies, you're going to be wasting away. Because Capricorn rules restrictions. Right? You're going to lose a lot of weight. And this could be due to spell magic, witchcraft being ricocheted on you. Okay? Loss of your appetite, all of a sudden you have no appetite to eat. But of course this could be manifested in a form of sickness. So there's COVID-19, people are dying from COVID-19 and its variants. And then you've got other ailments, okay? So this could be cancer, this could be AIDS, which is HIV in its late stage. So you're going to be pretty much wasting away. Some of you, this is your body becoming saturated with lesions and boils and sores and acne. So some of you, this is just your face. Some of you, this is your entire body. Some of you, it's you losing a lot of weight due to some sickness here. because you know you still pull on that moon in Capricorn, even if you don't got your moon in Capricorn. I'm hearing also, especially if you've got your moon frequency in another cardinal frequency, like say for example moon in Libra, moon in Cancer, moon in Aries. Yeah, it's emphasized because those are fellow frequencies to Capricorn, cardinal frequencies. But like I said, even if you don't got any of them, your moon in any of them cardinal frequencies or Capricorn, you still pull on that probability of having moon in Capricorn. Listen to my video on my Fanny Kusu Joso Instagram about timelines, probabilities, and free will. So, someone here, they're, prone to, developing cancer. So some of you are gonna, be diagnosed with cancer. For some of you, this is a different type of ailment. Okay? Your struggles are in the 4th house. Healing. And it's because you fail to be a nurturer. You don't project a nurturing frequency to others. And to be blessed with with healing, that's Cancer frequency, at the opposite wavelength of Capricorn. You gotta respect that Cancer frequency, which is to what? Adore, love being a mother, love being pregnant, embracing motherhood, embracing your children, loving your children, not, being too attached to them, allowing them to live, allowing them to be, free individuals, just as you are, I'm sure, not being so codependent or attached to your children, your family members, your spouses, learning to be more empathic and caring about other people's emotions, and because of that struggle there, that Saturn, that 10th house in Cancer, the energy, like I said, you're a mirror, but all frequencies, the energies, we exude are like boomerangs, okay? But specifically for y'all with these arrangement of frequencies. I'll put the rest of the placements below, but let me tell you, yeah? Boy, oh boy. Some of you did a lot of nasty things, a lot of cruel shit. I'm going to tell you that. And you know yourselves. That healing frequency, which is Cancer frequency, that rules the moon, the home, the emotions, empathy, because that's like, sunning in Cancer. That's which is Pisces rising. That's the most favorable aspect for Cancer, having the sun there, or Jupiter being in Cancer. That's yin and yang. Those are favorable the most favorable placements for Cancer. And Jupiter and Capricorn are like opposites. They're like opposites because one rules expansion, one rules restrictions. So Cancer is in detriment in Saturn, when Saturn, or when Saturn is in its frequency, or when the 10th house is in its frequency. But guess what? When the 9th house is in its frequency, that's good. Okay, that's good. In regards to Moon being in Sagittarius, to be honest, we're always still learning. I don't know much to say about that frequency. As to well, I would suppose it's not necessarily to say it's a flip of Jupiter or the 9th house being in Cancer, but I would surmise that these people are highly empathic and emotional and compassionate. There's a lot of because it's expansion, Jupiter, Sagittarius, and the moon is there. So these people, for some, not necessarily that they're that empathic or compassionate, but these people are avid, uh, avid Sila. Okay, these people, they travel a lot, and they're more, night travelers, but they travel, they like to travel during the nighttime, or in their dreams, in the astral plane, the spiritual realm. Okay, so there could be other aspects that are surfaced with that moon in Sagittarius. So it's not necessarily one that's highly empathic. Okay, there are other aspects to the Cancer frequency and the Jupiter frequency, the Sagittarius frequency. But I'm getting here because Reverend, empathy or compassion. You play with emotions. In other words, the healing frequencies that are emitted or exuded from that Cancer frequency, the moon frequency, it's not gonna bless you. It's not gonna be gracious unto you. Some of you could be pulling in, or trying to access your Akashic records, or delusional in a sense, in which you think you are, who you were in your past life, in Sagittarius. That's not really a bad placement to be when I think about it. Because there's a lot of healing right there. Alright? But in this lifetime, your healing is, dependent upon how you are with others, how you are with your family, your spouses, your children. If you're empathic towards them, then you get that healing. It's not a privilege now. It is a reward. Now, if you are good to that Cancer frequency, it's good to you. In your past life, you most likely pulled on that moon in Sagittarius frequency. In this lifetime, you gotta learn to be empathic, caring, compassionate. Not self-serving. Serving others. Just being selfless. In other words, or you're not gonna receive that healing that you're gonna need for this Saturn cycle that is upon you. So also for some of you in this cycle, you gotta whatever money you might have been receiving support from others, you are going to be ostracized. Some of you, you're going to be left out in the cold. You're going to have to fend for yourself, in other words. And that's why I saw, money's going to be small for a lot of you. Because all the support that you were getting prior to the 7th month, especially, Libra season, you can count that, during Libra season, definitely period dot, there's gonna be a change in you're gonna definitely see this change be made manifested. Everybody is pretty much starting new Saturn cycles during the month of October in Libra season. Okay, every frequency. And you are, if you have not yet seen the full manifestation of this sickness or this karma that is coming up, that is, that this karmic debt that you've got, it's not going to exceed, or pass, or, outlive the 10th month. I guarantee that. There's going to be little money in the home. Money is going to be restricted, okay? Support, love, healing is going to be a restriction of that. Hence, there's going to be sickness. And this could be sickness in the home. Maybe your entire family is going to, contract COVID-19 and or, its variants. I see though in October definitely someone being laid to rest because of a sickness. This could be because of cancer that they've had, or this could be some other sickness. Someone is gonna be buried 6 feet under, laid to rest. But for those who are gonna pass on, through November the 11th month, a lot of transformation, and the eighth house is being ruled by in that house there's Aquarius, sudden changes. Then people are gonna suddenly know. Someone was probably someone probably prophesied something. That's that Neptune in Virgo, 12th house in Virgo. This could have been a Virgo prophesied something about you, or prophesied something, or said something. People are gonna believe this person because after your death is gonna be signed and sealed. It's gonna be a confirmation. This is something you cannot escape. What you can expect for the 8th month, though, is a transformation where your job is concerned. And I did say this because you're starting a new, you specifically, whilst the other frequencies, their new Saturn cycles are beginning definitely in October. Yours has begun within the 7th month, July. Yeah, that's where your beginning has. You've got your fellow cardinal frequencies. 7 being Libra frequency, Capricorn being another cardinal frequency, and you've got Aries there in the 7th house, another cardinal frequency. In your moon placement, you've got where you've got Capricorn there, not the 10th house. Well, in the 10th house, you've got, moon frequency. And in the moon frequency, you've got Capricorn. So, see that, that square, squares aren't so good. You want trines, okay? Forming a triangle. I guess that's why I made mention of the third eye connecting to the 2 physical eyes. Because, like I said, in the matrix, 2 is balance. But in the spiritual realm, it is 1 that is balanced. And then there's 1 eye in the spiritual realm, and 2 in the physical realm. Then they form a trine, a triangle, trigonometry. Alright? So, squares aren't good, but you have lots of squares here in this timeline of frequencies, this probability, regardless of which of these frequencies you've got. I'm getting especially those who got Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Capricorn, and Libra rising. Specifically those frequencies. And also the 10th house in Cancer, or Capricorn, or Saturn I should say in Cancer. But as I was saying, the 8th house being in Taurus, a transformation to your prestige, because like I said, it's not, though I said during Scorpio season, people are gonna, start seeing and, during, Sagittarius season during December, people are gonna, start, believing in Virgo. It's coming from before then, because, the truth is, I realize that I have not yet done Capricorn's reading. Look at that. That means something. Almost at the end of this reading, this channeling, I realized the last frequency I did prior to this was Sagittarius' reading. So you try to confuse people. That's the omen there. You were creating a form of confusion. Like I said, you try to, make someone mentally deranged, or you try to make them seem that way. All of that is coming back on you this month. It has already begun. In the 8th month, ruled by Scorpio, we've got Taurus there. So a transformation to your prestige. I realized something about Sun, in Sagittarius is reading. I don't know if any of you got frequencies there. Check the aspects there. Someone who's trying to hide a musician, a local musician, a big star. And this is someone who, has been on the scene. Maybe you have affiliation with this person. Libra rising, moon in Capricorn, sun in Aquarius, because y'all love to hide. You're passionate about hiding. Like I said, the sun is in detriment in your agreement of frequencies. Whether you've got sun in Aquarius, yes or no. As long as you've got any of them agreement of frequencies, then yeah, you still pull on that sun in Aquarius. Someone tried, I'm getting a bigger star. Okay? And the only way I'm saying a bigger star is because this is someone who is known. Because I'm not getting that this person is more talented than the person they're hiding. And that's why they were trying to hide this person. It's a local star. This is someone from their country who they were trying to hide. They were trying to hide this person from the public. This is some narcissistic person. This is someone who's very, skilled and talented, and therefore this person who's trying to hide them, feels threatened, felt threatened and feared, less than. Knew that this person was going to become a bigger star, locally and internationally, and that's why they were hiding them. And for some, this is actually a sibling who's in a foreign country who was trying to hide this, other sibling from the public because they want to be the family breadwinner. They want to be the star of the family. That's so pathetic. Also, I'm seeing, this is Sagittarius reading, so I feel like there's some affiliation between you and Sagittarius. Or a moon in Scorpio, or a Leo rising. Also, I'm seeing where, this could have been someone online. Someone who's got business online, an online business. This person too, they have, an online account. Someone doesn't want me to speak, I can always tell. And online, they did a spell because they don't want me to speak the truth. An online account. They do work online as well. They work online as well. And when I say work, I'm not talking sorcery. No, you're doing the sorcery. And you've got some frequency there. Or you are affiliated with someone who's sun in Sagittarius, or moon in Scorpio, or Leo rising, or any of them other, frequencies that are listed under sun in Sagittarius' frequency reading. Someone online was trying to hide another influencer online using spell work, witchcraft, and sorcery. And they could have they could also have some relative or family member who works at one of these or some of these social media platforms. And I did get, a prophecy that a lot of these platforms are gonna fall. Yeah. Those those who, have families working at some, social media corporation, that social media corporation is gonna fall and they're gonna be jobless. Some of them are gonna get caught. Some of them are gonna get caught and are gonna lose their jobs. They have been watching this person. Now, knowing this now is not gonna change the circumstances or the outcome. They have been, been under scrutiny, and it's just only for a matter of time for them to hear we're letting you go. And some of these people are gonna be sent to prison. Yeah, straight to prison. Period out. For whosoever who's been doing this, they're gonna become blacklisted. Unable to receive employment. Yeah, because you or this person is very unscrupulous and very untrustworthy. And this is a big social media giant, a big social media corporation that you're working at, manipulating your quote unquote authority or power. So someone is going to lose their job in August. I'm getting not that far in August too. But someone's going to lose their job in August. For some of you, of course, it varies. For some of you, this is a death in the family. That's going to cause the family to go low on cash or bankrupt. You are going to be reaching out to this younger sibling, or for some of you, this is an influencer, someone online, the person you've been stalking, trolling, tormenting, provoking, trying to torment, I get from spirit, trying to. They have powerful ancestors, but you didn't know that. That's why here in Jamaica they say don't trouble when I trouble you. So this person though, you are gonna reach out to them and confess. Some of you are gonna actually travel to talk to this person. If they'll allow you or permit you. Because once you see the changes manifesting in your life, then you're gonna start realizing that, yeah, you're gonna travel to see this person. Some of you are going to reach out to them via social media or your phone to reveal or to confess to them. Some of you are still in that messed up frequency, and that's why you're going to die in the 10th month, because you're going to reach out to this person to try to change your judgment, the alchemy that you performed on them, by performing more alchemy, more witchcraft. This is someone who's super enlightened. And if you try that, I see where you're going to die. You're going to die from the sickness that is now consumed in your body, that is now consumed your body, and you're going to be better. For some of you, you're going to die overseas. For some of you, this is in your home or your family home. For some of you, this is you traveling back home because you know you're going to die. And you want to die in your country or your family home. Some of you are going to die in your sleep. You're one of them people, what I'm getting, with even the 9th house in Gemini, Jupiter in Gemini. You use your influence, your blessings, your Jupiter to manipulate people, to interfere in people's lives, to, you know, spit and in people's face, to spite people. You have a gift. You are aware, some of you, that you have a gift, and you've been misusing that gift. You've been misusing that gift to change someone's blessing, someone's luck, but that is not in their destiny. And like I said, you of all people, with these kinds of placements, the rest I will place below, are not supposed to do wickedness. You have horrible aspects that makes you that hinders you from doing them stuff, and, you know, getting away with it for a while, because everyone eventually has to pay for their, you know, pay their karmic debts. Everyone has to get their karma, but you've got a form of instant karma, a form. Okay? Some of you've been trying to escape this for some time, but, you know, it's coming. I'm telling you. Some of you saw these changes being made manifested since January of this year. You saw these changes. For some of you, you felt the changes that you were seeing, so you started to feel injustice. This month, something is going to be made evident and apparent. It's karmic justice. So you're going to be seeing this karmic justice firsthand manifested in your reputation, your wealth, okay, your home. And this is going to be, you know, obvious. There's going to be a drastic change. There's going to be a change to your influence. So, you know, you've already seen a little changes manifesting since, like I said, January of this year. For some of you who've been doing it for, you know, since before last year, you've started seeing it, you know, at the beginning of 2020, January 2020. You know, the whole COVID-19 and thing. But, you know, next month you're going to be in a wanton frequency. Desiring support. Some people are going to lose their home in the month of Libra, the season of Libra, the 10th month. Some people here are going to be cast out of their homes, out of their home. They're going to lose their home because of inability to, what is this, pay rent, mortgage, whatever. But someone's going to lose their home during October, the month of, you know, the season of Libra. But like I said, you know, yeah, someone is going to feel jettisoned, outcast. All of what you wanted for this, you know, person you've been afflicting, it's going to ricochet on you. So you've already started seeing that, you know, the beginning of the year, January, the 4th month, April, this month, the 7th month, you know, and, you know, as these cardinal frequencies, okay, keep within your feelings. You've got a cardinal frequency, Capricorn, the last of them in the zodiac. You've got Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. But the 7th month now is in that last frequency. Okay, that's Capricorn. So you are, pretty much seeing what you've been feeling. That could be sickness for a lot of you, manifest in your bodies. For some of you, or this could also be, you losing support. You're seeing it manifest. The 10th month, I'm gonna tell you this: the 10th month, you're gonna be feeling, seeing, this physical change. Period. Dot. So you know, and you see the change in your reputation, your influence. Okay. Libra season, the finale. Let me just say, for this segment of you, the 10th month, you are going to, that reputation of yours, it's going to be diminished, in other words. So, loss of support here. And like I said, someone's going to lose their home. Also, someone is going to lose their sexual appeal. So if you were attractive, you're going to lose that. Someone is going to lose, their possessions. This could be a car, a home, like I said, all them, stuff that you have that are of value to you. There's going to be a death or a loss to them. Or, yeah. I was going to say something else, but, whatever, however it plays out, it plays out. For some of you, like I said, and a lot of you brag. I'm seeing where you're a bragger. You use your home to taunt people. And you use your comfortability to, show off and to spite people. You're going to lose that too. Whatever it is that you have that makes you comfortable, you're losing that. Okay? By the end of this year, some of you who are listening and, cussing me out, saying what I'm saying is a load of bullshit, you're gonna stop hating on me. Those of you who might hate on me now because I'm telling you the truth, that hate is gonna suddenly stop. Or whoever y'all have been hating on, you're gonna stop hating that person because December, Sagittarius season, y'all gonna believe this prophecy. Believe what this person's been telling you, that you're gonna get karma, bitch. Ninja, you're gonna get karma. And it ain't gonna be sweet for you. So you're gonna start believing this Virgo, this person, this investigator, whoever this Virgo is, someone who's got Virgo highly aspected, or someone who's very introspective. For some of you, and then, that ricochets back to the 9th house. Let me see. No. Ricochets back to the 6th house. Which got Pisces. But, the 12th month, that's, Sagittarius season. And, in the 9th month, okay, connecting that to the 12th house. And the, 12th month, I should say. Connecting the 9th house to the 12th month. The 12th month, ruling Sagittarius season. The ninth month, synchronizing that with the 12th house. The 9th month that is ruled by the 9th house, I should say, is ruled by Sagittarius. Okay, in this arrangement of frequencies, the 9th house is in Pisces, believing. So seeing is believing. I have a video on my YouTube channel, Sky Goddess Inc. Sky with 2 Y's, Goddess Inc. Goddess Infinity Inc. Sky Goddess Infinity Inc. where I was talking about seeing is believing. That was a prophetic video as well. Go and watch and listen to that. Okay, so you're gonna be believing, what this, Virgo, or this, intuitive, or this, this introspective person has been saying to you. Or for some of you, this could be a helper. This could be a guide. Maybe you got a helper at your house who's been, warning you, telling you something. You're gonna start believing shit. Okay? For some of you, this is a spirit guide, a spiritualist, someone very introspective, a hermit, a wise one. Someone they've been telling you shit you weren't believing. You were too high and mighty with that Mercury in Sagittarius, and in Pisces, thinking so highly of yourself. You just don't think that can happen to you, but the truth is it can and it will, because karma is real and people reap what they sow. Okay, and so suddenly you are gonna see the truth that this prophecy is true, because I am a Virgo trying. And I feel like this prophecy, and this could have been another prophecy that I made in regards to this, same sad situation or something else that I said. Because, Sagittarius, ruler of the 12th month, is, and also, ruler of the 9th house, is in, Pisces. Seeing is believing. So you're going to see and, have no other choice but to believe. So I'm going to leave it right there for you, Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Capricorn, Libra rising. I'm getting some of you could have Pisces, Sun in Pisces. So, alright, like say you have Sun in Pisces, Moon in Capricorn. Alright? Pulling on that Sun in Aquarius is like, it's kind of like pulling you to your South Node. Because, that would have been your South Node, for a Sun in, Pisces. And, you find yourself lapsing in that Moon in Sagittarius, where you feel like you're all knowing, you're so wise and all of that. And, no, but, but that's not the frequency of, Sun in Aquarius. But I'm just saying, right? For argument's sake. Because it does kind of make sense. You're pulling on that moon, that Sun in Aquarius frequency, okay, because you got that moon in Capricorn. And so pulling on that, Sun in Aquarius frequency is taking you kind of like back to your North Node. Now I remember South Node, I should say. I remember what I was trying to say. So, let's say, for example, you've got Sun in Pisces, Moon in Capricorn. You're still pulling on the Sun in Aquarius, like I've been saying. Timelines, probabilities, and free will. Okay? So because you're pulling on your South Node frequency, Sun in Aquarius, being a Moon in Capricorn has got you pulling on that South Node frequency, Moon in Sagittarius. Because your past self would have, pretty much been a Sun in Aquarius, Moon in, Sagittarius. And what I'm trying to say is that, you're not Moon in Sagittarius, you're Moon in Capricorn. Okay? Unless you definitely got Moon in Sagittarius. Okay? But, for those of you don't got your Moon in, Sagittarius, it's in some other frequency, especially, another cardinal frequency. And you got, like, Pisces Sun. Don't be, triggered into thinking that, like, for example, Moon in Capricorn. Don't be, thinking that, okay, you're a Moon in Sag, when technically you're a Moon in Capricorn. Those who got sense can follow up and know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so sometimes there are timelines. Sometimes people shift timelines unbeknownst to them. And that's why you got to watch yourself before check yourself before you wreck yourself. It's all about frequencies, energies, waves, currents, and flow, timelines, probabilities, and free will. So I'm gonna just leave it right there, because sometimes people get besides themselves, and you don't necessarily got to have, but I was just giving an instance like that, because Pisces isn't far from Aquarius. Pisces in a past life, Sun in Pisces was likely Sun in Aquarius. In some instances, it all depends, degrees and all of that, right? But loosely, generally speaking, a Sun in Pisces in their past life was a Sun in Aquarius. So if you got a Moon in Capricorn with that Sun in Pisces, it can make you shift, be very shifty, imbalanced. Like I said, these arrangement of frequencies are very shifty and imbalanced, so that can make you shift timelines, make you feel like you're a moon in Sag when you're not, like you're a know-it-all, you are sage, you just feel like you know everything and you know what's best. And tying that in with the other frequencies, that sixth house in Pisces and that third house in Sagittarius is just really, really bad. Okay, so it's like you're merging two timelines when you should not. You should just be present. Okay, just be present in your North Node and be who you're called to be in this lifetime. Pick on only the aspects from previous past lives that are necessary and beautiful for manifestation of your life purpose in this lifetime. Okay, not to shun them, but to learn from them and to use them to aid you in this lifetime in manifesting your life purposes. Walking your North Node. Okay, it is not to be in a holier than thou frequency. And I'm gonna leave it right there. All right, namaste, guys. Mwah.